Hey guys, and welcome to today's video and today's update on the Tamiya 38T that I'm currently building for the Warts and All Scale Modeling Facebook page group build on the early part of the war in Russia, 1941-1942. And what I'm going to show you today is the progress that I've made, and specifically showing you the tracks that I have weathered using the ammo by MIG products from the Wet Earth weathering set. And the track that you can now see in the foreground has already been finished. I of course need to do some weathering on the road wheels, and the track on the left hand side still needs the wet ground, or the wet earth, wet mud, as well as the gunmetal pigment onto the metal surfaces that actually touch the ground. I'm also currently using something new that I bought myself, which is a rotating display base, which I think adds a bit more, especially to these reveal videos, as well as just showing you some detailed shots of what I'm doing. And you may remember me actually turning the wooden turntable with my hands, which kind of was a bit annoying. And I really like the fact that this turns itself. So what I did with the tracks is I first sprayed them with the acrylic dark track color. After that was dry, I applied the light rust wash. Let that set for, I'd say, 24 hours, and after that I went over this with the loose ground splatter effects. But I didn't use the loose ground splatter effects as a splatter as much as I used them as a wash. I thinned them down and used them as a wash. And then to finish it off, I added some of the wet mud effects to the interior of the track, like the inner guide, not guide teeth, but the inner cleats of the track, only to then polish the running surfaces with the gunmetal pigment. And let me quickly just stop the rotation in a second, and I can zoom in so you can actually see the way the tracks look, but I have to wait till the rotation reaches a nice enough spot like so. And then we can zoom in here, and I hope you can see the difference once the camera focuses. You can see the differences between the two tracks actually. On the right hand side you can see the shine of the wet mud on the inside of the track links, whereas on the left hand side you can see the loose ground splatter effect used as a wash, as well as the light track rust still shine through. So the left hand side still needs the treatment with the wet mud, and then the top surfaces need the polishing with the gunmetal pigment. But the tracks are not the only thing I actually did some progress on, so let me quickly move this out of the way and show you what else I've been making progress on. As I said, I didn't only make progress on the tracks, but I also made some progress on the 38T itself. As you can see, I base coated the tank in a German gray, added a coat of agua gloss over the top after I painted details like the spare track links in the front of the tank, as well as the jack block and the machine guns. The rest I left in the base coat because I will do some weathering on the jerry cans as well as on the crowbar and the jack as if they were painted in the base color of the vehicle, and then just the metal shining through in some areas. I then applied the decals, and I first wanted to go with the decals for the 7th Panzer Division, Russia 1941-42, which are just white markings and white German Balkenkreuze, but the decals ruptured, so I had to then revert back to the other option, going with these, which are 19th Panzer Division, Russia 1941, so this is also still not a problem at all. So I have to say I really like the progress I've made so far, and this kit still is really impressive to me. And I really think this is going to look really good once it's done. And next up, of course, I will be applying a wash to all the details, like a pin wash. And after that, I'll do some oil paint work on some of the top surfaces. I'll weather the lower hull of the tank with some mud, as I want to portray this as more of a muddy tank than a dusty tank. So this can be the onset of winter in 1941. So yeah, I really like the way this is turning out so far. I'm having fun building this, which is basically why I'm progressing so fast. And I think that next week I can give you another update on the way the tank looks, and hopefully I'll have some weathering done. Although I have to say my parents are coming over for the weekend, so I'm not promising as much as I would if I were off basically on the weekend. So yes, and I want to do one final thing. I will attach the tracks to the running gear just for a second, so you can see the way the tank looks with the tracks attached for just a second. So I'll be right back. Okay, here we have the tank now with the tracks semi-attached. I didn't press them on fully so I can take them off without using too much force, so this is why this looks a bit off in the front here. But now you can actually get a glimpse of what this is going to look like. And of course I will be weathering the running gear in a very similar fashion to the way I weathered the tracks, and the tank of course will get similar pigmented dust attached to it, so that this all basically blends in. And then I'm actually currently thinking of a dio base for this, and if I'm actually going to build one or if this is going to be a standalone. But then again, maybe it's just going to get a small vignette, and we'll see about that. But while we are at it, I thought about adding a second piece to the group build, since I still have the diorama piece sitting on my shelf of doom that you all saw me use the solid water product on, with the bridge and the stream. I still have that, and I still have Whitman's Stug, which would actually fit the time frame. I thought, why not actually enter this into the group build as basically a shelf queen actually getting finished. So yes, looking forward to doing that as well. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for supporting my channel, thanks for subscribing, and thanks for liking the video. I actually appreciate every like that I get, and the last couple of videos that I did actually kind of set new records for likes on a video, and I would really dig it if we could actually get to 50 likes on this video. If not, no problems, but if we could do that, that would be quite the accomplishment, and I would be really happy. So thank you guys for watching. This has been Hollywood Modeling. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, may the force be with you. Bye, guys.